Black on Black Prime podcast. We're gonna talk about mainly black shit because that's what we like and low budget. And I want to do this disclaimer before every episode. I don't give a fuck if I liked your movie or not. If I watched your movie on Tubi, congratulations to you and shout out to you, nigga. Respect regardless, because I don't have to know you. You long distance, but we watched your shit. Nigga, you made it. I don't give a fuck if I liked it or not.
Right, because I be trying to get my like people. I be trying to recommend movies. Like, hey, you want to watch this movie today? Like, I ain't It's low budget. People watch low budget movies just because it's low budget. They don't even give it a chance.
Right, that's it. It's like the quality of everybody can't afford a big budget. Nigga, everybody ain't MGM. Everybody ain't got millions to make a great fucking movie. If you get your story off, you get your story off. First ever low budget movie we watching is what we watched is The Bricks. Starring so nigga name from Juice.
Khalil Kane. Khalil Kane. That was Raheem.
Yeah, starring Raheem from Juice. Mm-hmm. Hey, so when this movie started and I saw him, right, it's just like they're doing the background music and they showing him playing chess.
Yeah.
And then nigga, right when they started talking, I was like, oh, because it's like so the problem with the problem with the movie is the editing. So everything was like they didn't have no booth mic, I guess. So everything was like voiced over.
Mm-hmm.
So it was from the beginning. I was like, oh, don't do this. Yeah. It was like I felt like that, and then when that nigga put that lock in the sock, the sock was swinging like this far, man.
Disclaimer, by the way, like if you're watching this podcast, before you watch go watch the movie first. We're gonna spoil it while we're talking about it. We're gonna talk about everything from the ending, the plot, like how we felt about it, everything. So this is just literally our review. And we're gonna talk about the full movie. Like, I don't know if you like to watch reviews before you watch the movie, but yeah. Would you like to rate it first, or you want to just go into it and then rate it?
I mean, I think we can rate it at the end.
Okay.
So it's like I said, when I saw what's his name, fucking Raheem, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. I'm like, oh, for me, he's one of them good. Them good. I can do anything black actors. He's one of them. Like, if I cast him, he's gonna do a good job. Right. But the voiceover shit, the voiceover shit through this whole movie, I didn't have a problem with. It's like it's kind of expected for these type of movies. It's like it ain't gonna be perfect. How the storylines it's not gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
But that voiceover shit and the sound effects.
I still don't get why. Like, okay, me watching the movie, I'm just like, okay, they got nice cars, different locations. Yeah. All that costs money. You know what I mean? Like, how about everybody drive some Nissan Altimas, right? And y'all pay for better production, better editing, better graphic design, CGI, whatever y'all need to do, and just leave the cars out the way. You know what I mean? They booking clubs, they in clubs. That's money. That's money right there, bro. Like, yo, I'd rather one location. Just do one location.
Oh my god. That nigga pulled up in a Lamborghini for no reason. She said this is one of the brothers. That nigga pulled in the driveway and pulled back out. I was like,
I was just like, why was that a scene? They're like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna rent this car or whatever. I'm just gonna pull up. We're gonna get that shot and pull out. They paid for 1 hour rental. That was a 1 hour rental. Yeah, we got no budget, you know what I mean? Like, to get that up out of here. We just want to see it.
We just want y'all to see it.
You know that was Slim Thugs. Yeah, that was Slim Thugs' car probably.
I think so. Because he literally had, I don't want to say he had no reason, but it was kind of like, hey, you can use my car, but you got to put me in the movie.
Yeah.
They just showed him playing poker for hella long for no reason.
That nigga just sitting there like, they gave that nigga $500 to do this. I was just like, yo, man. Like, I know it's in Houston, but I was like, dude, come on, man. Y'all ain't need. He need to be in there. He ain't got no part.
He ain't got no part. Hey, but the sound, the music they was playing was slapping in this motherfucker. I was like, that's
Yeah.
the one thing they got right.
I was just like, no, they don't have a Houston version of To Live and Die in LA coming
Oh,
in. I was just I was just like, what is this?
nigga, I turned it on. I turned the movie on. I went to go start the barbecue grill, and I heard it. I kind of heard the melody, and that nigga said "To live and die in the H." I was like, "What? Wait!" I was like, "Wait, what?"
I was like, man, these dudes right here, they ain't taking. And I was like, okay, like I was just like you because I was watching it. You know what I mean? It's like you turn a movie on and there's the
Yeah,
playing credits or whatever, and I think I was doing something. I'm just like, this just sounds like To Live and Die in L.A. And then he started saying some of the lyrics to Live and Die. I was just like, nah, man, don't do that. Don't start it off like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me get into the movie before you piss me off. You know what I mean?
they want you to know exactly where this movie was made at.
I
And
think
like
it's
I said, I don't. The acting in this movie wasn't bad. Like I can't say it was bad. The voiceovers made it seem bad. So it's like you could tell in the scene they was cool, but then when you like I laughed out loud when the niggas was in the car and they was like, "You want to go kill this niggas?" And then dude was like scared. That nigga was like, "Don't worry about it. Everybody ain't no killer."
Hey, give me this pistol, man. Don't worry about it. Don't even trip, homie. Everybody ain't no killer.
Then he
right.
got out and shot the niggas. The niggas for no reason they was talking. They left the store and they turned around and faced the store was talking, and
Mhm.
then the nigga shot him in the back. Then they was
Yeah.
coming back to the car. Dude looked aside, was like, "Fuck."
What the fuck?
He was like, but so I knew he was gonna die from the scene before that because dude was telling him like, remember he was like he ain't get robbed because he ain't only bitches get robbed. And he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you a bitch? He's like, no. He's like, so you saying I'm a bitch? He's like, no. And then so when they went and then when he was like he ain't gonna kill him, I was like they finna kill this nigga.
yeah.
Like don't worry about it. Ain't no you ain't everybody ain't no killer. But that's when he was sitting in the car by himself. That nigga looked to the side and the voiceover was like fuck. I was like why? I was like why are you yelling like that?
Yeah, like half of the people in the movie sound like Batman. What was that Clarence, the main dude? He was just like when he was talking to the other girl, he was just like, "Who's that nigga right there?" I was like, "This nigga Batman."
Oh, somebody really fucked you up.
I was like, "Was that his real voice, or is it like they got somebody else to do the voiceovers?" Like, because
It's
that takes time too. That takes a lot of time to do voiceovers. It's hella complicated.
I know that's what I think the problem was. Like I said, I think in the scenes they did cool, but I think all of them they probably brought them to the studio like, all right, like watch the movie and then say your line right there. Like I think that's what fucked it up.
It did
That
absolutely.
that shit didn't translate well. Nigga, the stomp out when they were stomping dude out, I was like, don't close up on the kicks because we can see you not kicking them. Don't don't do that.
I was like, y'all couldn't find no kick, like, dude, like you couldn't find no kicks or no like, get a Foley artist to do some real kicks or something. They just,
It was like,
ooh, body blow. Like, what the, like, come on, bro, like, man, like, I want to take it seriously, right? But
yeah.
I want to like someday I just want to know what I don't know whether it's the person that wrote it, the producer, whatever it is. It's like, do you want this to look bad on purpose? You know what I mean?
And
That's
I
a
said,
serious question. That's a serious question. It's like, do you want this to seem like a low budget movie? So you put these things in like the fake blood that look like fucking
oh man,
Microsoft Paint,
yeah.
red,
Oh,
like, come on, man. Like, I know you didn't put this in there. It was like, yo, people going, yeah, that's the idea.
it, it's like I said that it'll like nigga, I'm speaking into the future. One day, this nigga's gonna shoot my movie, and we're gonna go through this process.
Yeah,
But it was like, it's like you said, are you trying? Because like they had the stack of money on the table. I'm like, that money is bluish green than a motherfucker. Like it was like it was like aqua blue. Like, do you want us to believe it, or are you just like nigga, just watch, just listen to the story? Like which one is it?
right.
Because nigga, there was a big ass stack of money, and he got paid for no reason. He was just like, she looked at him. He was like, all right. And he gave him 2 stacks. He's like, what's this? Oh, you been working since you moved in? Like, wait, what? What's this nigga's job? Like,
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a lot of stuff. There was a lot of parts in the movie where I'm just like I felt like they didn't have enough juice to have like they was having like parties with senators and mayors, and I was just like, come on, man, like y'all ain't got that kind of bread. It looked like they was on some low budget shit. Like y'all in an apartment. You know what I mean? He was like, he told the girl, he was just like, okay, this is what y'all do. What's it called? He's like, where's the money at? She was like, oh, that's an apartment. He's like, what is the second floor? And she was like, up there. Go up there's one nigga counting the money. Like, oh, man. You telling me this is a big business? Y'all got mayors under y'all pocket, and this is what y'all doing?
That nigga said that's smart. The whole level. So when they raid, they gotta raid all the apartments. Yes, nigga, they're gonna raid all of them. That don't make it smart. They're going to raid all of them. Nigga.
Anytime I talk about him in this review, I'm gonna use his voice.
That's like Idris Elba, little brother, nigga. He didn't even convince me really as a hood nigga. It was like I said, it was like he didn't look like he belonged. He wasn't fitting in. Like this, you're not fooling nobody.
Right, nigga. I know you're a cop, bro. As soon as I was talking about that nigga's a policeman.
Oh my god.
That nigga is a cop.
And they was killing me with the 50-plus-year-old woman that kept showing up like the sexy young girl. Like that she was like undercover. She's like, hey, I'm just checking in. Like, you are somebody's mama. If you don't go home, you don't look like you're supposed to be here.
That same girl when they went to that the mayor's ball party and she caught him talking to the girl on the steps. Is that the same lady? Yeah. It was like, oh yeah, we just know each other. It was just like, all right. So, like your auntie or something. Like, come on, man.
It was better off taking that angle, but the whole like, oh, he checking her out thing, I was like, that's not right. I'm not sold on that.
Yeah.
And then I was confused. Okay, so this where the story confused me because for no reason he gave him the phone number. We didn't even know they had a connection. I think it was just like, when you get out, call this number. And then it was his son. And then it seemed like the son wasn't working with the other niggas. Like, it seemed like they was like against each other.
Are you talking about which boy are you talking about?
Light skinned dude. So Raheem's son. He was like, yeah, that's my son.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, so you forgot about him because in the beginning of the movie he introduced him, but then he wasn't in the movie
no more. Like, yeah, he just like, I was just like, what is this nigga come out? He came out of nowhere again. I'm just like, all right, so he running the show?
That's what I'm saying. So it was like they was against him because remember the nigga that looked like Tracy Morgan, he was mad. Like, who is this nigga you walked in here with? And it seemed like they wasn't working together.
Right.
And then he was like, they called upstairs, and the other Slim Thug little brother, he was like, yeah, check him out. If he check out, you introduce him to the God or some shit like that. And I was like, wait, who was he supposed to be working with? I was lost. I was lost to that whole shit. And then I thought in the beginning they were saying they was Raheem's brothers.
Right. Nigga, that whole, like, a lot of the shit in the movie kind of like threw me off. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention fully, but I was like, didn't the nigga get stabbed in the beginning? The main character, was he getting stabbed?
Wait, who? Raheem or
No. Clarence, the guy Clarence, Batman. Like, because he was in jail, wasn't he? He was in jail with Khalil Kane, and then after dude got hit with the lock, it was like a stabbing scene in the jail cell, and I thought,
they stabbed the nigga that hit him with the lock.
Oh, okay, because I was just like, who's the nigga that just got stabbed? I thought he was the main character. So it was the nigga that got hit with the nigga that hit dude with the lock got stabbed.
He got stabbed.
Gotcha.
Because it was like, because Raheem was like, his dude was like, what do we do with him? He was like, stab him. He ain't loyal. He turned his boy in. He'll turn on us.
Yeah.
And then that was a terrible stab scene too.
It was.
They did everything out that one scene. That was a terrible stab. Mexican cousin, he got stabbed. That was terrible.
All the killing scenes was just real, just like, all right. I had to laugh. Like, I laughed when the girl got killed. He was just like, don't do this, don't do it.
He was like, fuck! I really fuck with you, Shonda.
Oh, like, damn. I was like, but I saw everything that happened, I saw coming.
Yeah. And like I said, it's still the story wasn't, for what it was, the story wasn't terrible. But it was a lot of shit I didn't understand. Like I didn't understand the brothers thing, and then I didn't understand how Raheem set everything up from jail and then took the business back over that I didn't know he ran in the first place.
Right. Yeah. You can tell he did all his scenes in one day.
All of them. Like,
Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna do everything. I'll just cut it up because it's like they didn't pay him enough because he was just like anytime you saw him, he was just on the phone. He was like, yeah. I was just like, that's it.
That was it.
That was it. I was like,
and he would say yeah and lay down, or he would say yeah and stand up and walk out the cell. I was like,
like this nigga. Oh, this nigga's not running nothing. Trust me, like man. But I'm trying to think, like the parts in the movie that just have me like, okay, this would be better if this happened, right? You know, what I mean? It's like the story wasn't bad. It was predictable, which most movies are. So I'm not gonna like discredit it for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the most part, it's like you kind of know what's gonna happen for the most part. There was no real twist in the which I am a fan of, like movies that have like the little like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming, like a plot twist somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I guess they try to throw it in with the
that's what I was about to say.
The cop, whatever, like you know, what I mean, he ended up being like a part of everything, and he ended up killing old girl that was you know, his partner. Like okay, but it was such a quick twist where I was like, I saw that coming too, kind of.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like the way they threw it in there, it was kind of like it didn't hit as hard as it should have.
Right.
And it was because they detached Raheem so fast from everything. It was like they cut him off. Mexican dude was like, I'm only working with them. Like they cut that off so quick that you don't even know that the officer dude is working with Raheem, because it's like you kind of don't care. We looking at what the fuck's going on with the brothers and them.
Right.
And where the fuck was her son through this whole movie?
The one that she kept talking about, just like, you got my son. You got my son. I was like, at least show him.
Just show us.
Show him in the cage. Remember, like waist deep. Nigga was sleeping in a cage. Like, show me what we're working for right now. You know what I mean? Let me feel for you. Like there was no, like I didn't feel no emotion for either. No characters. Like none of the characters gave me like, yo, I want him to do good. I want them to get their son back, and I want, you know what I mean? It's like everybody was just like quick. Yeah. They died in the beginning or the middle, it didn't matter.
Yeah, because dude was like, you bitch, you'll never see your son again. And then but then they walking before he shot her, they was all sentimental, like, you know what? After all this, you gonna get your son back. And she was kind of like, yes. I'm like, is this your son or is this a car that you like? What do you don't the real attachment ain't there.
Yeah, I knew she was gone. As soon as he said, they was just like, once she got happy, she was talking to Clarence about the she was just like, yeah, you know, once this is over, he said they're gonna let me out. I'm like, she's dead.
You're dead.
Dead. If Clarence would have, if I was Claire, I'd have been like, yo, you know that shit is, you know, a guy, right? Even when what was that? The whole decoy scene or whatever, I was just like, oh yeah, they setting this nigga up.
The whole decoy scene literally made no sense.
Yeah.
Like and then when they was walking, I was like, why the fuck are y'all walking? So you left everything in the truck. What are you walking for? What are you?
It's just a lot of stuff just didn't make a lot of sense, and I want to see what else the writer put together, because I feel like a lot of those writers, they write the same, you know, well, they write a bunch of low budget films or whatever. So like all the movies kind of have that same like quick to the punch story, and then they want to make more.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, let me make a part 2 or part 3 of this here. I'm like, no, like, I want to see everything right now, because it's not, I'm not attached to anybody to watch number 2.
And I think they tried to set it up for number 2, because when dude took another breath, I was like, and then she got shot in the shoulder. She didn't really get shot in the back of the head. And then dude was like, what you want me to do with her? Leave her. Okay, she ain't dead.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, she ain't dead.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, well, it was like part 2. You know what I mean? She gonna be in the hospital, and he gonna just like, I love you. I'm just like, you just know it like 2 weeks. I like the movie took place in 2 weeks. I don't care what nobody said. That movie took place in 2 weeks. Nigga was in love, bro.
Hey, and Raheem gonna get up out the bed like, hello.
Get a son right now. Just like, dude.
I need to see the kid, man. It's I don't know the whole reason for him keeping the kid didn't even make sense. Like how you just kidnap a kid because you did time for it. That don't make sense.
You don't.
He took the rap, so he stole my child. That don't. If you gonna blackmail her, you blackmail her regardless. You got more power than she does.
Right.
But stealing a child, and she was acting like she was with the shits. Like when she introduced him to the business, she was all happy and showing him around. Like,
Right.
yeah, this is my life. Like you look like you live for this shit.
Hell yeah, she did. She didn't care nothing about that baby, man. That baby was just an excuse. That baby might be dead. I ain't gonna hold you. That baby might be dead, and they was just stringing her along. Just like, you gonna get your son? That little nigga been
I
gone.
thought so. The way he was coming at her, I'm like, is this her baby daddy? Like, I'm thinking when he said you won't ever see your son again because he got custody.
Yeah.
That's the way he was talking, kind of like, who is it? Because he was hella jealous. Like, who is this nigga? Are you fucking this nigga? I'm like, is this your baby daddy? Or
Just a random nigga that was like, as low key, the nigga took custody of the kid on some cool nigga shit, right? Like, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, I'm a good nigga. I'm gonna hold the baby while you down or whatever. Like, then when you get out, I got your baby for ransom. I'm like, whoa. Chill out, bro. Like, I thought we was in this together.
It didn't make no sense.
It really didn't.
Then it was like, I knew you since we was little kids. Like, nigga, if y'all best friends, why is you doing this?
They not friends, bro. I'm telling you, man. The whole time, this nigga killed the kid and just used her for bait or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna have you as a chick that run my little runs for me and do whatever while I got your kid on hold. No FaceTime.
No, she had so she had all the power and no power at all because she walked him through, and it was like she was like a boss. Like, yeah, give him 2 stacks, and then the yuck mouth looking nigga was like, here, gave him 2 stacks, and it was like how she got power to just make that call and be like, yeah, you've been working since you moved in with me, and then it was like fall in love, nigga. They fell in love and hated each other in 2 seconds. They fell in love, had sex. That nigga was laying in the bed like, you ain't gonna tell me the truth. That nigga jumped started banging his shit.
That nigga was on some female shit on that one. That nigga decided he was just like, fine, nigga, with my shit. You gonna tell me about your life. I'm gonna tell you about my life. I'm just like, bro, like, this nigga was his feelings hard for her.
That nigga got hella mad. Hey, and then it was funny because they made that. It's funny you said waist deep because they made that reference. Because that nigga was in the bed, like, he woke up like, hey, let's go watch a movie or something. She's like, what movie is that? That nigga looked around like, that nigga said, what is you? She was like, what are you in too deep? Oh, no, he waist deep. Like, nigga, y'all gonna say both movies?
They did reference that. They did. I remember that when he was just like in too deep. They said another movie too, didn't they? Deep Cover. Did they say Deep Cover?
Deep Cover, yep.
Cover. Yeah, man. I don't know what it is. I think it had a lot to do with because just like you said, like acting wasn't bad, but the acting made the actual part of like the right now we're not saying anything good about the movie, right? It's because of the acting. You know what I mean? Like the acting made it bad. Like those parts. I've seen predictable mainstream movies, like times, where I'm just like, but the acting and the production is so good to where it don't really, it don't affect me, right? So it's like now you made that like the scenes don't seem realistic because of like.
Like I said, I feel like that was mainly due to the voiceover shit. It seemed like they didn't shoot none of this shit in real time.
Yeah.
Like that, and I noticed that from the beginning because even Raheem did it. I'm like, why are y'all doing this? Like, nobody says anything in the scene. Everything's a voiceover. It takes you out of it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like an old school Chinese flick. Like their mouth ain't even moving with the words.
Yeah. It was definitely.
Weird as fuck.
I forgot what they call that shit, but it's I think it's called loose ADR or something like that. But whatever it was just.
They paid one of their sons to do it or something. Like, I could do this, Dad. Let me be the.
Exactly. They gave somebody a job that they were like, yo, look, we on a low budget. Can't pay you. You know what I mean? But there's probably one of them niggas that had like a little quick scene, and he was just like, why is he here? But he was like, just put me in the movie.
Yeah.
I just need my IMDb credits.
It was probably the nigga that got shot.
Probably.
He was a bad actor because that nigga walked in the house like that nigga was like he got robbed. That nigga just kept going.
Put the nigga in the movie.
Good. He's good. Like nigga, no, we need this 25 for this Lambo rental. So
Right.
we only got 5,000 for editing.
That was the budget. The Lambo.
That Lambo was for absolutely no. They pulled that Lambo in that parking lot. That nigga talked to somebody and pulled it back out. I was like, that there was no reason for that.
Yeah.
There was no reason.
Yeah. The movies, like if you look up the movie or whatever, right? Like it's supposed to be like a drama, action. No, it says drama, but it's a little bit of action, I guess. But it was comical. I don't think I should have been laughing at a certain part. Like when people died, I think I should have been a little bit upset. There's a drama. Be like, damn, man, like shit, she was just trying to get her son, my nigga. Like I didn't care for her. You know what I mean? I was just like, I'm glad she gone. She was a weirdo, man. Like she wasn't a good actor or actress.
She was definitely all over the place. Like I didn't really understand her character because it was like she was chilling. He moved in. She hated him that he moved in, but then she got choked up by dude for absolutely that nigga just came over and choked her up for no reason. Yeah.
He came out there with the gun or whatever. She was just like, it's like, all right, that's cool.
But it was for no reason. And then, like I said, it's like then she introducing him to everything, and she like shit like she's happy about it.
Right.
She left when she was in there watching TV. Then nigga walked in. She said, "You know, I ain't had no choice, right?" Like that's your first response. You got
I was like, I gotta carry a dead body. You know what I mean? Like, you just warn me, hey, yo, just check this out. I know we, just met each other. This is the job. Like, be ready. Yeah. I'd have been hot.
That shit was random as fuck. Like, I don't know. I feel like the characters is too old. Like them chilling at the house when he chilling with them, like they playing video games and shit. Like, nigga, you are at least 45.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody in the movie is like, because Khalil Kane is like 45, 48, something like that.
Yeah.
He's old now.
She showed up here in the trap house kicking it, like, you all right? I'm good. I promise I'm good. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, what?
Yeah, the fuck going on? Like whatever they had going on in the movie, just a lot of stuff just didn't add up. Just like I was saying, the whole the money situation is just like, okay, like y'all not bosses like this, running like this. Like y'all reckless as fuck, but y'all got the mayor in y'all pocket. Like all of that, it just don't go together. Like y'all supposed to be some like real drug dealers. Like don't nobody really kind of hold that. And unless you talk about was that Khalil Kane's son at the end, that's the only person that looked like he had some money at the end, like he was actually a boss, but he wasn't in the movie really
at all. And I thought he was a big deal, but like I said, he was in the he introduced him. He was in the club, happened to see when he got ran up on. He was like, hold on, like come outside, let me talk to you.
Yeah,
and that nigga go back in the club, then he's gone. Like for the rest of the movie, he's gone.
He's gonna be in part 2.
He might be though. He might be though. And then I didn't like how they was able to kill all these tactical officers. Remember when he called Raheem in jail, you hear hella pops, like, so y'all won? Nigga, it was like 20 of them with fucking artillery. Y'all won?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
That shit was ridiculous, dude. A lot of stuff like don't, at least make me believe. You know what I mean? Like a lot of stuff is unrealistic, but I'm telling you, I think that they sit in the writer's room and be just like, yo, we're gonna make this shit unrealistic as fuck. We're gonna have fun because ain't nobody gonna watch this shit anyway. I'm telling you, it can't be serious. It can't be serious, dude. Because it's like they don't have a big budget because like I don't think they make a lot of money off of this. Well, they make money off of ads. Because it's like it's on Tubi.
Yeah.
And you got to watch the ads pretty much. So it's just like, okay, we're going to put a movie out. You know what I mean? But I don't think that they're like the actresses. They probably get paid like $200. And they're just like, yeah, you're going to be in the movie.
They don't get paid. They just get to be there. Like, you want to be in the movie? Right. Hell, yeah, I want to be in the movie. All right, here.
So they're not actors. They're not actors.
Can we use your car? Like, if you put me in the movie, all right.
They had to check in with Slim Thug probably. They went to Houston, like, yo, we're going to shoot a movie out here. Ain't none of us from out here. You know what I mean? We're just checking in. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, you can do it. I put my car in that motherfucker. You're going to pay me 500 stacks. I ain't got it, bro. Like, just be in the movie for us, please. We just want one thing. that one scene with that car is in the trailer. They did that on purpose.
Oh
You
my
want to watch it? It's like,
God.
oh shit, they got a little Lambo up in there.
Yeah, it make you think they got money.
Not the blue money, fam. They got blue money.
Hey, that nigga, the cartel boss dude, I'm like, you can't just talk to him like that. That nigga was like, yeah, we got a shipment we got to take care of. We ain't doing it. That nigga was hella calm, like, nah, we ain't doing that. You know they ain't how we do it.
It would have been shot in the real movie easily. You know, his brains blown out. I was like, yo, get him up out of here, man. He talks too much.
I didn't ask you. It wasn't a choice, nigga. Ain't seen no
exactly. Like, you don't run shit here. Nigga.
So we I forgot our rating system. What do we say?
Right.
Yeah, so it was writing, acting, and story.
Mm-hmm. As far as the writing goes, right? Just like I said, I'm not gonna discredit the actual plot and like the writing, because if it was delivered well, I think that it could have been decent. So I'll give it the writing. Are we doing the right scale, or are we just doing like 1 out of 10?
So I say 3 rights.
3 rights? Okay, so I'm gonna give the writing a 2 rights, like right. I'm gonna give it 2 rights because I've seen worse in the theaters as far as writing.
Yes, nigga, beast. Just watch one worse than that. Okay. So I'm gonna say the writing is right too. They like, because the writing wasn't a bad thing. Like it wasn't terrible.
No, it was not. It wasn't to where it was just like, yo, that was unnecessary writing, like they like being like redundant or something like that. Like it was, they put it together pretty well. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna shit on them entirely. You know what I mean? So, but the story was just right.
That's it.
Like, it was very predictable. You know what I mean? It was nothing that made me wanna, like. There's no replay value whatsoever.
Right, and I think that had to do with all the loose ends. Yeah. Is that if they would have made you care or gave you some loose ends, or tied up some loose ends, then you would be. It's like they tied it, but it was kind of like, well, damn, I didn't even see where that came in. Like I can't feel like he just dropped that on my lap. So that's 1 right.
Right.
I get 1 right.
And acting, I can't give the acting a rating. I'm not gonna give it anything. If I have to, I'll give it a 1 right. If I have to. I think it's gonna be like this. I think it's gonna go up and be like, right, and it's gonna be like, right, and then it's just like, right, like this. That's gonna go. This one is just right.
All right, so we'll just do that then. So the overall movie, how many rights you give it?
1. Right.
And I think, like, what bothered me the most, like I said, it wasn't a story. Like I said, I could see past the shit that bothered me with the production, with the acting. The acting was cool, but that all the sound effects and the over the top shit, that's what fucked it up. Nigga, when I first saw the socket and the lock, I was like, oh my God, like, you can't do this. You can't do that. Shit wasn't contact. That shit was like a windmill. He just kept throwing it. And that nigga was on the ground like, I was like, nah, that ain't it. And it was no blood. But so I say overall for the movie, I give it a right. That's it. Right. Put an echo on my shit. Right. That's it.
I'm gonna edit that shit to make it sound better than the movie.